A Dallas father stands accused of drowning his two sons. Even his own attorney admitted that in court, that Naeem Muhammad committed the crime, but he asked the jurors to keep an open mind. The deaths of the boys back in 2011 angered many people because a deputy constable did not chase Muhammad after their mother flagged her down for help. Fox 4's Calvin Collins is in the courtroom today, joining us live outside the Frank Crowley Courts building tonight with more on what happened in that courtroom today. Calvin.
Well, Steve, it was very difficult to hear how 3-year-old Elijah and 5-year-old Naeem Jr. died. Even the prosecutor started crying as she outlined how their father served as judge, jury, and executioner. And surprisingly, the defense agreed. Naeem Muhammad was determined to hurt his sons, according to prosecutor Tammy Kemp. That's why his oldest pleaded with him to stop.
Naeem is saying, "Daddy, I want to live. I want to live, Daddy. I want to live." And Elijah, he's 3. He's saying, "Daddy, I want you to carry me." And he takes him down to the creek.
This foul-smelling creek in South Dallas is where prosecutors say Muhammad drowned 5-year-old Naeem Jr. and 3-year-old Elijah in August of 2011. Kemp says Muhammad gave them orders.
"Turn around. Now play like you're swimming. Play like you're swimming." And then he grabbed each of them and held their heads down. And that's 6 to 8 inches of filthy, smelly water until they stopped kicking.
The alleged motive, the boy's mother left him for another man.
And the defendant tells these boys, "Your mama don't want us no more."
Into the punishment case.
In his opening statement, Muhammad's attorney didn't argue the facts of the case.
Even in light of the fact that we told you at the beginning that the defendant was in fact guilty of this offense, that each of you will keep an open mind.
He's trying to keep his client out of the death chamber. Only one witness, Muhammad's ex-girlfriend, whose car police say he used to kidnap the boys, testified he loved his sons.
When he spoke of his kids, he lit up. You could see it in his face.
Besides the gruesome murder details, this story struck a nerve with many people because when Muhammad allegedly kidnapped the boys and their mother, she jumped out of the car and flagged down a Dallas County constable at a nearby McDonald's. Instead of pursuing the car, the constable radioed Dallas police, but DPD didn't find the car until after the boys were dead. And we later found out that constable was restricted from the chase because her car didn't have lights or sirens. Her boss at the time, Precinct 1 Constable Derek Evans, did order an outside investigation. That constable was cleared of any wrongdoing, and subsequently Dallas County commissioners stripped all constable vehicles of lights and sirens. Steve?
All right, Calvin, I don't know if this is just a skilled prosecutor or if she seemed very invested in this case. Let me just put it that way, very emotional. This, you know, the conversation between the boy and his dad, "I want to live, Dad." How did that affect the jurors? How did they react? Could you tell?
Well, certainly they were moved as well. You could tell a number of them wouldn't look at her, directly. They were moved. She had to actually grab a tissue because she was moved to tears. But there actually weren't a lot of family members in the courtroom. That's certainly what we were looking for, to see how they would react to this. But because many of them will be called as witnesses tomorrow or the next couple of days, they had to be sequestered from hearing any testimony earlier. So, in fact, tomorrow, at least one grandmother and the boy's mother is expected to testify, so undoubtedly more emotional testimony tomorrow.
All right, Calvin Collins at the courthouse in downtown Dallas tonight. Thank you.